regardless of what I think is right or what he thinks is right. So I think that's okay for him to say that, yeah.
Kangana, there is not a lot of clarity on what happened with the Hrithik issue. It seemed to have just died away. There was all this talk of there being an inquiry about finding out whether there was that imposter that you were supposedly communicating with. What happened there?
I know this talk has again started because of the, all the promotion and all of that. Well, to me, like Rajesh sir, for me it's very important that, it's not that case which is, just how people write, it just died down. It didn't die down. There's a proper end to it. He claimed many things. He said, there is this imposter, but he failed to prove anything. And that's the report of cybercrime, which is nil. Also, he and his fathers claim that, we will expose and will shock people. They didn't say anything. You can't just go about maligning someone, slapping a notice on someone and not taking. He slapped me with a notice that she has caused great damage to me. She has caused a lot of harm to me and my reputation because she called me the silly. I am the silly ex, and she should say apology. She should apologize to me. He could not prove that he was that silly ex that I was referring to, and he could not prove any of the damages. So he didn't slap a case on me. So he took another route, that she's right in her stance. She had an affair, but it wasn't me. It was someone else. Right. So I'll prove that person and bring that person and show to the world. He couldn't. And the cybercrime gave nil report that an account which has closed years ago, exchange of mail that has happened years ago. And I told him all of this, that he's written all those 1,000 mails from my account to himself, that he's written and he's released. Those were of many years ago. That he was building this case to prove me that whatever his own agenda is. But my point is, as a person, it doesn't work for me. The aftermath of it doesn't work for me. Okay, he has made it all round for people to think, okay, it was something which just died down. And every time when people write, why can't media write that he has made a fool of himself? Why can't they say this? Why has it died down just like that? Has he proved the imposter? Why did he slap me with that stupid notice? And why is he coming and crying to people of mails which were written 2 years ago? If someone is harassing you, would you wait for 2 years? And why did he complain to cybercrime after 2 years? And when cybercrime has given nil report, there was no imposter they found. Why is he not telling the media, or media knows about it? Even when like a known journalist like Barkha Dutt, I think last week I read her column where she was, she's very kind to say such nice words about me, the Kangana dares to dislike. In that she's written that, well, about Hrithik case, we don't know what's right and wrong, or we don't know what happened. I mean, I am here to make you understand what happened. And people are like, oh, maybe her film is coming. It's not about the film. It's my relationship with you all for my entire life, with my family, with my friends. It's not just about one film. Whenever you ask, if you're going to ask me 100 times, I will reply 100 times. Today also people ask me about the unfortunate incidents that happened between me and Aditya Mancholi. Today also I reply, even when I was a minor at that age. So don't tell me what I should talk about, I should not talk about. And I am here to ask me more about it. I will simplify about you, because he on purpose has made it in rounds, circles and circles. So people don't get it. People feel confused. What happened? Right. This is what happened with this case. He and his father have made a fool of themselves. They should apologize to me in public, or if they don't want me, they want to apologize, then it's fine. I'm going to still clarify, simplify for everyone who's going to ask me about it.
Do you feel vindicated? Were you always confident that this would be ultimately what would come out?
I was not confident, because I did not know he had written so many mails to himself from my account, because he had hacked my account. I complained to his father that I don't know what he does with my account. He opens it whole night and things like that. He had my password. Why would he, sort of utilize in such an illegal way? So I told his father, and his father in 2015, like I said, it's years old stories when we were working on Crash and all of that. So his father promised that he will help me, but then what can he do if he didn't help me with it, nothing. So I shut those accounts and everything got over. But that whole thing, what if tomorrow she opens her mouth, what if tomorrow she opens her mouth? So that whole thing is killing him, and that's why he is planned all of this, mails that he's written to himself, and utilized some of my letters, 4-5 of them were mine. When I was in New York, I'd written those love letters to him. And then he has gone round. He's, oh, take her laptop, take my laptop, and take her. So there were cops in my house. She did not give. Why would I give my gadgets? How can he refuse cops from so many stories he bought, so much dirty PR that he did? And I thought people understood everything, because when the cyber report came, I thought, now this case is over, finally, good, because see, I don't know, they are big people, they have a lot of money. I didn't know what all is. I was, all kind of threats were there. People used to call me from the industry, people used to call me to their houses and threaten me, they'll put you in jail, say sorry, say sorry. People, journos used to call my sister and be like, do you know your sister is not safe, put her in a safe place. So we used to get threatened, we used to get...
Were you afraid for your life?
Of course I was. Of course I was. Who wouldn't be? And there are so many things that happen around you, when all these extramarital things are really... Look at what happened at Malayalam case. What that man did to that girl for complaining to his wife. He got her raped, he got her videos circulated, and all of that. So what all happens in... I mean, that is, of course, post my case, but, like girls get pregnant, they get shot, they get killed, all kind of things happen. So I was scared, of course I was scared, but my point is, when this whole thing happened, I did not know. I said, I'm not going to say sorry to him. I'm not sorry about anything, so I'm not going to say sorry. So when this whole thing happened, he made it look like this case has died. Every time media write the case has died down, it has not died down. There is a proper verdict to it. There was no impostor, and they could not find any impostor. You guys don't get that much of law. Legal thing. Why not? Because he's whatever his PR is, and they're circulating all these stupid stories and building perception. Nothing came of it. Nothing came of it. We don't know who's right and we don't know who's wrong. Why nothing came of it? I am here. Anyone can ask me any question. I'm ready to explain. I have right now no problem in explaining, because I also needed some time to figure out, because I didn't know I was a part of such a big scam. मुझे क्या पता था what all they are. This person has, that he has prepped for 2 years to put me behind bars for having an affair with him for 2 years. So I didn't know what. So everything his father is saying, I'll expose her. I didn't know. I didn't know what all is there for him to expose. Of course, all of them are going to be lies, but I didn't know. So I needed all of this to cool off and see today what the consequences are, what is the aftermath, and the aftermath doesn't work for me. You cannot say that it died down, it's death. You cannot say two things I will not accept. A, nothing came of this case. B, it died down on its own. You can call me what names you want to call me. You can hate my sob story, my unfortunate life, or doomed, whatever it is, I don't care. But I am not going to settle with these sort of, words.
It's a small fraternity. Do you feel proud that you can walk with your head held high after all of this is done, when you perhaps run into him at industry occasions?
He runs away when he sees me. I am trying to, in fact, when our breakup happened in 2014, after that 1 year when he was harassing me and he was stalking me and all of that, I told his father. Who would complain to his father? I complained to his father that your son is stalking me, he's harassing me, he's hacked my account, and he's not letting me get into any other relationship, nothing, and this is what he's doing. So his father said that I'm going to arrange for a meeting for both of you. Since then, I am hoping to get a meeting with him and to have two-word conversation with him. I want to ask him that he's telling the world he doesn't know me. He doesn't know me. I want to have this conversation with him. He's not meeting me. So I can hold my head high, I can walk where I want to. Why is he hiding away? Why is he's not talking about this issue? When he had to send the notice, then where was his dignity then? Now it's about it. You should get him here and you should ask him, what happened to that imposter? You work with somebody, ask him a few questions. You work with somebody for 7 years and you work with somebody on 2 films. I mean, how does it happen that you don't know each other? You have been rolling on the floor, dancing in her birthday parties. If she was such a, what he said that I have some problems, So why would you repeat her in your own production? You know, so these are the questions he should be answering.
Answering.
But I'm going to make sure that this is out there, and these things are exposed, so that girls are not taken for a ride. Like I told you, what is happening to you know, such people? Why can't they stop having affairs? If you care so much about your family life, about this image, that image, you know, like children and all of them, then don't have affairs. It's as simple as that. You know. So, so yeah, and like I said, it's not just about this film. It's about my entire life and my relationship with my audiences for my rest of my life. Yes, it's a lot more than that.